Hello, my crafty friends. I got 2 new magazines from the Dollar Tree, and they have some really cute images in them, and I thought I would sit down with you guys and we'll harvest a few images that I will show you that I would use in my junk journal. So the magazine that I don't think I'm going to be harvesting a ton from is this high protein cookbook. But let me tell you, there's some really good recipes in here. But there are a few little images that I definitely would harvest from here to be able to use in my junk journal. And for sure, these 2 cute little guys, even like the positivity, I like that. I definitely would use that. These smaller images of food, like I'm not the biggest person on putting food in my junk journal, but there are some images in here that are super cute that I would use, or that I would use for like a page. Like something like this, I would stick in my junk journal the other way, or even the words. So let me just go through this one really quick. There's a few in here that I think that I would definitely use to stick in my junk journal. I love these. These are my favorite. See, I really like this page. So I'm going to tear this out. I probably would use this whole page, not just like a little section of it. And then there was another one, I'm almost positive. There's not a whole lot, you know, unless you're doing like a junk journal on food, or, you know, you got something like that going on. You're going to put a junk journal together to put recipes together, you know, then this kind of magazine probably would be wonderful for that. No, it's not that one. I know I saw it when I did the initial flip through. It might have been that one. No, it was this one. I like this page right here. I don't think I would use the words, but I like this setting. Okay, let me just do another quick. Make sure I got everything I wanted out of this. Yes. Oh, and I loved this too, which I'm just going to cut this. Love all things home. I absolutely loved that wording. And I love this plant. So we're just going to do a rough cut of this little plant right here. We'll cut them out better. Okay, so I absolutely loved that. I loved that. Okay, I'm going to stick this one over here for now. All right, I will take this and we'll do this. We'll cut this out better here in a few minutes. Okay. I would love that whole page. And for these, I want to use the cat and the dog. So I'm just doing a rough cut just so that I know what I want to use. I'm not going to be able to save that word. But what I will be able to save is this little paw print. Okay. And this word pause. Okay. So I like that word, paw, and you got that. And I'll cut them out better. And then in my backyard, ooh, I don't know how the camera got like that. You guys aren't even straight. Hold on. So for this one, there's so many. So many. Such great magazine. And I got it for $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. So here's another fun one, but I absolutely love this. I'm going to rip this one out. Okay. I love this. He's adorable, but he might be too big. We'll come back for that. This is cute too. This is beautiful. Okay. This I would use for a whole page. So we're going to rip that out, because what we can do for something like this is you can put something here if that's what you wanted to do. These are fantastic. I love this for the bee. So let's see what's on the other side. Yes, this will work. Let's take this out. And let's take this one out for these individual little pictures. Let's see. This is pretty. Porchscaping. Ooh, I love this. You might have to get that. Let's see what's on the other side. Look at that, I love it. Okay, we're gonna take this page. I'm all about this garden stuff. You can do such cute stuff with this. And I'll show you one. We'll do like a little tip in. I'm thinking about putting together a spring junk journal. So that's why I'm harvesting. A spring junk journal. Let's see. Not crazy about that. Let's see. Dream. I like that. I like find your style too. I don't know. I think we're going to harvest this one. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is cute. Oh, that's so cute. I wish this wasn't here. Let's see. I still could make that work. Let me go in here. Let me see what's on this side. All right, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Host with the boast. That's cute. Let's see. Backyard cinema. Let's see. Problem solved. That's cute. Sprouting young gardeners. Let's see. Know your zone. Oh, this is kind of cute too. Warm up by the fire, liquid motivation, eat, shop, play, stay. I do like that. It even has the word shop in it. We might come back and get that. Let's just work on a little bit that we did harvest right now. I'll probably come back and do more. Okay, so we already kind of cut a little bit of these. Okay. And I want this and this. And I want this whole page here. Okay. Then out of this one, I want this. I'm going to try to cut it as straight as possible. So I really, really liked this. I love the colors and the style. It's a little bit of boho. See, even though we couldn't get the whole thing, I think you still get a good portion of what that looks like. Let me see. Anything else? What is on this side? Oh, this one's pretty. All right, we're going to harvest it. And again, this is just a rough harvest. I'm going to cut this even better. But I just want to show you what I would take out of a magazine. And then I'm going to show you how I would use it. Okay, we're going to put this aside. And then for this one, I think I took this one for the words Dream Patios. Okay. We're gonna do, and I also like the word Find Your Style. So I'm gonna go all the way up with this one. Okay, because I like those words. And then I like this grouping. And I'm gonna cut that actually super close. Woo! So you won't see any of the background. So I'm gonna take this because I actually like this grouping right here. Okay. Yes, I like that grouping. We'll cut that and make that something pretty. And then I absolutely love what's on this side. Okay. Love, 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 love this one. Let's take the whole thing. Ah, that's so cute. Plants in a tub. This is adorable. With the umbrella. What a cute idea. Okay. And then this one we wanted all these pictures. So we're gonna go up and then cut it across. One of my favorite magazines to harvest from too is Blooms and something, I forget what it's called. And the other one is the one that it's like the Bird magazine. Totally forget the names of them. But I would know them as soon as I saw them. But those are some of my favorite. I really like nature magazines because I do a lot of nature stuff in my journaling, whether it be my junk journal or whether it be in like even in my creative journal or my sticker art. I do a lot of nature. So anything naturey that I can get, I'm all about. Okay, love that saying. And then we picked this one because of the peat. So we're going to just rough cut it right now. Just rough cut. Okay. All right, for that bee. Okay. And then out of this one, let's see. Okay, I wanted the whole page for that one. And for this one, what did we want? Oh, I wanted that. Yeah, okay. Okay. Wanted this one. Absolutely love this. Alrighty. Okay. Anything? Okay. And then I have these guys here, which we could use either side. So I'm just going to do a rough cut again. Rough cut. And another rough cut. Okay. Oop, try not to rip it, Missy. And then those I can use either side. Okay, so I got these. I got this beautiful one. I saved this for a whole page. We got a bee. I love this saying. This beautiful. This one. This one. Oh, I just love that. We're going to cut these out. Got this word. Love this one. And this one. Got this whole page. And then we have these. So what I'm going to do off camera, because I don't want to sit here and cut all this stuff out. It'll take forever and it'll be boring for you to watch. So I'm going to take the time to cut these out how I want them. And then I'll bring it back and I'll show you really quickly how I would use this in my junk journal. Okay, guys. So this is what I cut out. There's the dream, home and garden, love it or lose it. And then love all things. And then I did cut the home separate from it. So those are the words I got. Here's our plate. Here's our doggy and our little kitty. So cute. Here's our bee. Okay. And, oh, I forgot these words. We have the little paw. And then I cut out the word paw. Here's the little plants. Okay. And then here's our little flowers. They're like little pictures. Adorable. Then I got this big one. Oh, I just love that. I wish that's what my backyard looked like. This I love. Okay. We have these smaller ones. Here's the cutout. There's like a little boho one. And then this little relaxing one. So, I want to show you in my, oh, I forgot these two. I forgot. We ripped these out for full pages. Okay. So I want to show you in my traveler's notebook to give you an idea. Okay, we'll look at that one next. But this is my creative journaling. Okay. This is my creative journal in my traveler's notebook. So I wanted to show you. This outdoor living was just like this. I cut it out of a magazine just like I showed you with this as well. This is what I planted. This is actual my picture, then some stickers, and then I journaled about it. So this is one way I use these kinds of things in my creative journaling. This is another way. This is an actual picture out of a magazine that I made into a pocket. And then I journal on the back of it. Here is one of the things that I cut out from the magazine, just like these words. Okay. Just showing you some of the ideas of how I use these pictures. Okay, let's see. I know I have a few more in here. Okay, so this was cut out from a magazine and I made it into a pocket and I put a tag in there. This bird was out of a magazine. And then there is my picture and the journaling. So I made it into a tag. So the piece that came from the magazine became the tuck spot, and the little bird on the tag came out of a magazine. This little piece right here came out of a magazine, this little piece. And then this picture, see this wisp? I actually cut it and brought it home and taped it into this journal. Okay, so this is just ideas on how I use magazine clippings. This little fairy page, this cute little fairy page, this whole thing right here with this deer came out of a magazine. So that would be something like one of these deals. Like one of these deals put in here with all of the stuff around it. So this picture of this deer came out of a magazine. This picture of a bird eating a red berry came out of the magazine. Here's the actual picture that I took of the bush of the red berries, but I used this clipping out of a magazine. This owl right here is just like this dog cut out. It's out of a magazine. This little picture up here of this adorable little squirrel or chipmunk, that came out of a magazine. So did this rabbit. This rabbit is just like this dog and this cat cut out from a magazine. So I think you guys are kind of getting an idea of how I use magazine clippings from all different kinds of magazines in my journaling. That is creative journaling. This is a junk journal that I've been working on. So I made this with you guys the other day. This picture right here of this nest with the blue eggs in it, that is a clipping out of a nature magazine, just like we just saw. And this is actually on one of these index cards right here that I get from the Dollar Tree, so that I can flip that up. I can put a picture here, and then in here I can journal. Okay, and then this right here, this page right here, is an actual page out of a magazine. Can you see? This, and then I folded the page up, stapled it, made it a pocket, and then I stamped this little mushroom on it. But this whole page is out of a magazine. Let me show you another one. This envelope, this right here, owl, I cut from a magazine along with this word, birds. And I made this this on an envelope so that I can stick something in here. Made it a little tuck spot, and that was out of a magazine. This whole page right here is just like one of these, like this in the magazine. So I would fold this like this. Okay. And then this page I would fold back like that. I would put something here, and then this would become a pocket. And that's how I would use this whole page in one of my junk journals. So this is a magazine page that I tore up out of a magazine. This is another magazine page that I tore out of a magazine and used. Both sides in my junk journal. Just trying to show you how I use magazines in my junk journal. Here is the other side of that page. And then I put a little stamp down here. This is actually from a coloring book. I stamped on it, folded it over so there's a little tuck spot. You can use all different kinds of stuff. Here's the other side of that magazine. And on the magazine, I added a pocket. You can use all different kinds of stuff, but I love using magazines in my junk journaling and my nature journaling. So here's the magazine. I folded it up and made it a pocket so you could stick something in it. So easy. So that is one of my nature junk journals. But I wanted to show you, this is my junk journal. And that's how I use whole pages in it, because I make the page into the actual signature in the junk journal. And then when I do creative journaling, like I showed you in this one right here, I use the little clip outs for like this little guy came out of a magazine, just like this dog did. And I glued it on top, just like with the word here, backyard wildlife. This whole page, or outdoor living, this little chair, all of this came from a magazine. Magazine. This came from a magazine. That's not a sticker. This is all little stuff that I've cut out of magazines. Not every page, but I have a lot of it in here. This is one of my favorites. This came out of a magazine. And look how beautiful of a page that makes. And then you can do your journaling up here. This came out of a magazine. This came out of a magazine. I'm telling you, clippings from magazines can make a huge difference in your junk journaling and just your creative journaling together. So I just wanted to show you how I use the clippings out of magazines, why I clip out of magazines, because I think they're absolutely beautiful and they make adorable pages. And then I'm going to try to put one together super quick. So let me go through this and find which one I want, and we'll put one together. Okay, so I picked this one because I absolutely adore it. I think it's beautiful. So I'm going to get it glued down first thing. And right now I'm just going to glue the center because I think I'm going to stick things underneath of it. But this is going to be our center. I'm going to bring it all the way down. Okay. And like I said, we're just going to do the center of it because I think I'm going to glue some things behind it. So I'm going to take this, a little clip. Okay, I'm going to stick this one behind there. Okay. And then I love this green little heart. We're going to take that. We're going to glue this one down. We're going to kind of glue it over the window here. Okay. And then I love this Home and Garden that we clipped from the magazine. We're going to put that right over, just like that. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go in with a couple pieces of washi. And what I'm going to do to pop some of this teal color, because that's like my absolute favorite color in the world, is I'm going to rip this washi. I'm going to try to keep it in the center as best I can. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the flat edge and put the ripped edge out so we get that definition here. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to start it underneath the heart. Okay. Alrighty, just like that. Then I found a couple little stickers that I really, really loved. I loved this one right here. And I'm gonna try to put it up in here. I'm gonna put that bird right where that H is. Okay. Alrighty, and then I absolutely loved this little bird cage right here. And I would love to put this one kind of dangling from, we'll draw lines. So then I'll take a marker and we'll kind of just like draw like a little chain. Okay. Then I loved, where's that other one? I think it's on this page. Okay, that I'm gonna put on the other side. Oh, I thought it'd be really cute to see what this would look like. Where's those little scissors I just had? Here they are. What this would look like sitting on the table. Let me see. Oh, I think that looks cute. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. And then I saw, oh, that has a pumpkin on it. I didn't see it. Okay. I love this, but I think I would rather use that on the other side. So let me cut this stuff off. And because this is going in a junk journal, if you don't like want to cut, for instance, this doily, like let's say you wanted to leave that, you can leave that because it's going into a junk journal, absolutely. But I like the clean edges. It's just, I like the clean edges. So we're gonna cut that off. Okay, let me clean that up real quick. Okay. And then, so we're going to tip this in. So what I would want to do is it's going to flip this way. This side is going to go in. It'll flip this way. So what I want to do is I actually want to go in with this one. And I just want to put like a little, like this. So that both sides are pretty. We'll put this here because this is the side that we would journal on. We're gonna put this here like that, and then I'm gonna put over here this little piece, just so that this side is pretty. And then I absolutely adored this. Okay, so it's gonna flip like this, but this is where we're gonna journal. So we'll put this here like that. And I loved this one. Put that like right there. And now we have this beautiful spring. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my ink, put a little bit on there. We're gonna distress it. Oh, I see a little, this is popping off, hold on. And a little bit of this. Okay. Okay. Okay, I dug through my stickers off camera because I didn't want to take a whole bunch of time. So I'm going to add a few little things to just jazz this up a little bit. I love these yellow flowers, and I thought they would look super cute. I added this little guy. I found this little sticker when I was putting other stickers away. So I'm going to lift this up, and I'm actually going to put that here. And we're gonna push that down. And we're gonna take, okay, and then we're gonna go right over it. So we have that adorable little yellow flower kind of bursting through there. And then I actually really liked this mushroom. And I think we're gonna put it off to the side here. Okay, I really, really liked that. And then I loved this little guy here. And I'm thinking, because right here we're gonna use washi, so I don't wanna cover that up. But I'm thinking right here might be super, super cute for this. No. This is one thing that's bad about this is magazines, they rip. It's okay, we'll be able to recover this. Hold on. And then we can't even tell. All right, and then we're gonna lay this down right on top of that. Okay. Alrighty. And then I have an adorable little seal right here. That would be super cute. Right there. Okay. Alrighty, I'll cut this guy off. Okay, so here is the junk journal that I'm working on. This is one of the last tip-ins we did. So we're gonna find a cute little spot for this one. I really like this right here, actually. Let's see. So I like that. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. So we're gonna actually use this heart one to bring in a little bit of that teal, but some of that pink too. Okay, so we're gonna use a little bit of this. Rip it right there. We're gonna turn it this way. We're gonna push it all the way into the crease where you want it. Okay, and I'm going to bring it to the end here. Okay, right there. Then we're gonna flip it this way and we're gonna do the exact same thing. Okay. We're gonna turn this way though. We're gonna do, they're mowing grass out there. I can't believe it. All right, we'll move it down just a little bit. Okay, right there. Okay, so I'll be able to journal here. This is an actual, let me see if I can't grab something. Okay, this is an actual pocket, so I can slip some pictures in here, journal here, but this is the front. Isn't that adorable? So that is my little tip-in using stuff from the magazine that you just saw me cut up from the Dollar Tree, a $1.25 magazine with some stickers. So there's the front, this part you see. When you flip it out, here's where I can journal. And then I have a pocket that I can, you know, stick pictures or whatever it is that I want, or I can glue a picture on here and stick something else in here if I need more space, whatever. There's so many different things that you can do. But now we have this adorable little tip-in into this junk journal that I am working on from a magazine clipping. Isn't that adorable? So I just wanted to show you how I harvest from magazines, like what I'm looking for, and then how I use them in my junk journals and in my nature journals. But I think it turned out super cute. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this little process and it gives you a look into how I use magazine clippings for my junk journals and my gratitude journals or my creative journals or sticker art, whatever I want to use them for. Magazine clippings are awesome. But anyways, guys, take care of you. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay crafty. Bye, guys.